Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Dick. Welcome back. This is Dictate the Day. And if you haven't been here before, ooh, get ready. Get ready. I got some crazy clips for us today. Some real thought-provoking, what am I seeing kind of stuff. But you know how I like to do it? I like to step into the mode, find the energy, find the vibe. Join me. Just a few seconds, and then we're gonna get right into this. Let's go.
I wish I could give you up, but you're my new favorite drug. Enter into my blood, run with my toxic love. Look how you make me happy. You take a hold of
Okay, all right. My bad. I've been playing that song a lot. I don't know why. I'm feeling it. It's Toxic Love. It's on the YouTube free music. I gave them a shout out before. It is Ryan Stasik and Kanika Moore, if anybody's wondering. All right. Today is Monday. It is the 10th of November, 2025. And I've been trying to upload this video for a hot minute. A little bit of technical difficulties again today. And sometimes I find this stuff unfolds without any stress, and then sometimes I'm like, what is happening? But hey, we in here taking the day. Dictating it in every way. Come on. All right. This first clip I got, it's like, whoa. And then every clip after that, I'm like, what is going on in this world? I swear. I need to start shortening these down because my schedule is going to change, and I need to really abbreviate this stuff because I'm going to start uploading every day, at least for the first 3 days of the week. Yeah, life is happening, so I'm trying to figure out a way to do this. But there's just so many clips. So it's just like an endless, bay of WTF. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's get into the first one. My bad. Here we are. Yes, that's right. That's Casper
South Africa, 2003. One of the clearest
Watch
UFO
this.
videos, I think, ever. Look at this.
It looks kind of generic. But watch what it does. Keep your eye on it. Wait. What? 9/19/2003. Yeah. Yeah.
What? They just disappeared, mate. Remember, this is before AI, and I know that these things can be done, but come on. That looked so legit, and boom, gone in an instant. And it was shaped very similar to what John Lennon said, right? South Africa,
I don't remember what John Lennon said. What's he referring to? The Yellow Submarine? No, I don't know. I'm just kidding. That's Casper Sight. Love that dude. I always show a clip from him. He's got amazing stuff going on. But yeah, 2003. Ping. And I mean, I guess if you had like old traditional film or whatever, or if it's an editing process, you just remove that. Or, is that just some form of awesome technology they still haven't shared with us, or they're starting to sprinkle with us now as far as like, the UAP, UFO disclosure? Is it just reversed engineered stuff that they have found over time? I don't know. That's why I'm showing these, because I don't know. You know what I mean? If you've got suggestions, ideas, or thoughts, put it in the comments. Oh yeah, shout out to all the subscribers, all my new ones. all the OGs. Hail to the yeah. I really appreciate the comments. Love the engagement. It helps me as far as like making the channel grow. So does liking and subscribing and all that wonderful stuff. Turn the bell on, notifications. You know how it works. And I do appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Much love. Much love. All right. We're going to breeze through these. I'm really trying to make them shorter. Let's go.
The CEO of OpenAI, Sam Altman, was served a subpoena during a live in-person speaking event in San Francisco on November 3rd of 2025. Check this out.
A conference many years ago that you probably were at. Sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead. We know. Good. Can you take him off the stage? Getting off to a dramatic start already.
Now, this took place during a live in-person speaking event at the Sidney Goldstein Theater as part of a public conversation that was hosted by entrepreneur Manny Yakuchel. And Altman was there alongside Golden State Warriors head coach Steve Kerr. Apparently, this happened right after the panelists took their seats when an unidentified man, who was later identified as an investigator from the San Francisco Public Defender's Office, got up on stage from the second row, approaching Sam Altman holding a piece of paper announcing, quote, "I have a subpoena for Sam Altman from the Public Defender's Office." And before Altman could react, Yakuchel intercepted the man, grabbed the document, and handed it to security over Altman's shoulders. Now, Altman remained seated and made no move to accept it physically, but under California law, serving papers is considered valid even if the person who's supposed to receive it refuses to physically accept the papers. Security ended up escorting the dude off stage pretty immediately while the crowd was booing, and the event proceeded on after that without further interruption. But this is still pretty bananas. I don't think I've ever seen anybody get served papers while live at a speaking event before. The CEO of...
Yeah, a couple questions though. What was in those papers? And it's from the Public Defender's Office? Like, I don't know. But when it comes to somebody that rich, that powerful, that connected to the, whatever you want to call it, I'm sure it's difficult to serve someone like that papers. So you have to do it in these where they're out in the public because they're surrounded by security. And this is just an abstract thought on my part. Did you see his security? I mean, that's a pretty powerful dude. I just feel like that guy made it way. I mean, who knows? He may be deserving of said paperwork, but how'd they get that close? I mean, what? I've worked some security details before, and if you have enough people, enough good people, stuff like this doesn't happen. I just thought that was weird. And what's in that paperwork? What's he being sued over? What's he being forced to go to court over? AI is in a lot of trouble for stuff. All kinds of, some of it I can't even say on here. For like just breaking the rules as far as what it's supposed to say and who it says it to. Feel free to do some research on that. Because I have, and it's crazy. Like, what is AI talking about? And what is it encouraging people to do? Man. Okay, let's keep it going.
In China, tens of thousands of young people are suddenly homeless, not because of money, but because the system erased them.
Imagine a society where everything you do, everything you say, and everything you buy is controlled and evaluated by the authorities. This is what the Chinese Communist Party calls social credit.
But if you're blacklisted, it's game over. Your WeChat Pay stops working, you can't receive your salary, can't buy food, can't even book a train ticket. It's like being alive, but digitally.
Guys, we've got to ask, is this the future of us? Just look what's going on in a country that is technologically way more advanced than us. If you get on the wrong side of the social credit system over there, they can issue things like travel bans, restrictions on using certain services, difficulties getting jobs. So it's no wonder there's so many people homeless. Someone told me as well that you can actually restore your credit and get it back up, but what you're supposed to do in the meantime if your social credit score is absolute down in the drain? What you're supposed to do, buy a tent and a sleeping bag? This is becoming like something from a dystopian movie. Very strange times.
In China, tens
So many things going on in that makes my brain go, what if? Because I'm one of those overthinker I'll paralyze myself with thoughts. I'm working on it though. I'm trying to get better. Shout out to Medusa Boy. I've seen him before, but I wasn't really sure if it was his original channel. I do believe that's his original channel. He's got the little neon light there in his podcast studio. Okay. Let's play out a scenario real quick. Entertainment. This is all just entertainment. Entertainment, YouTube. I don't know if I've said it enough. Entertainment. We entertain it. Okay. Social credit. That Black Mirror episode. Sure, if you say something that, the higher ups, whether it be the government or whoever it is that controls this thing, if you say something or you do something they don't like, then boom, your social credit thing gets doxxed. And then, you run out of credits and you can't pay for your food. You can't open your apartment door. You pick the scenario. It's crazy. But what if you haven't done anything? It's just some weird glitch in the system because maybe your name mimics someone else's name. Maybe, whatever, because technical stuff messes up sometimes. What if it puts you in a position to where you just can't recover from? What if it's like, I thought about medical needs. What if you need some, everyday kind of some resource from the medical field, and that's obtained through your identity through these systems, and one day it just messes up and you can't go a day without this stuff, but it's just a mistake, you didn't do anything wrong, then what? Okay, let's keep going. Entertainment. I forgot to say that in the beginning. That's why I'm saying it so much. Here we go.
This woman pinned the thief to the ground.
Oh, hell no. I just found this. I think this is, I don't know. It has a date here of 10/11. Maybe it's 11/10. I don't know, because that's today. But this is absolutely crazy. Watch this.
And subdued him. However, when the police arrived at the scene, they directly arrested the girl.
She took my dad's phone.
The incident occurred in Iowa, the United States, today. The police received a call from an Asian girl seeking help. She said that a thief had stolen her father's mobile phone. They apprehended the thief at a gas station. Then the police officers quickly arrived at the gas station.
Okay.
Hands on the hood. Hands on the hood. Hands on the hood. Hands on the hood. On the hood.
Lying on the ground was the thief in this case. At this moment, she was shouting at the Asian girl, telling her not to leave. What is puzzling is that the Asian girl who caught the thief was instead handcuffed by the police officer. The girl told the police that her father's phone was stolen in the store. She and her family had video footage. They chased the thief all the way to the gas station before finally controlling her. The girl told the police officer that since the thief was a woman, taking into account various factors, her father and brother were not in a position to take action, so she was sent to control the thief. There was evidence and video footage. The girl thought it was completely reasonable for her to take action. However, the next words from the police officer left the girl in great shock. This woman pinned the thief to the ground and...
I did a lot of research on this because I couldn't believe it. That clip's not the best clip, but all the other clips were way long and had a bunch of possibly copyright stuff in it. Speaking of copyright, YouTube, I'm just reacting to this, okay? Yeah, all right, so this is dad, okay? This is bro over here. You can kind of see part of his body. This is the sister, the daughter of this gentleman. From what I understand, this gentleman was at a store somewhere close in this neighborhood, and this person that appears to be dressed like a woman, and I don't know if this person identifies as a woman or what, but I even thought maybe it was a man dressed up as a woman so they could, do this crime. I don't know. And I don't care. Whatever. Whatever floats your boat. But this homeless person here that is dressed like a woman jacked this dude's phone. This, I don't know how old he is, 40, 50, 60-year-old man. And he just assumed that this was a woman because of the way that they were carrying himself. He knew this person was homeless and on foot, so he goes and swoops up his daughter saying, hey, this girl just jacked my phone. I don't want to do anything physical to her because it's going to look bad. Come help me get my shit back. So they see this woman, this person dressed as a woman at the convenience store. The daughter hops out, does her thing. It's not hurting her, subdued on the ground or whatever, I've seen people do way worse, and some of them are the authority figures, if you know what I mean. all that was, they were just trying to solve this problem. They called the Asian girl there called the cops. She got arrested for this. She did jail time for this. Like, they held her in county and all that stuff, got charges of like assault and battery and whatnot. And then the homeless person was released right after this scene that we saw. I think it's crazy. Man. I spent a good part of my day training my mind and my body to be successful in defending myself and protecting my family. Be careful out there, everybody. That's all. Be careful out there. Man, this still has me puzzled for words other than I just cannot believe it. Okay, let's keep going.
Giant blue line UFO was seen flying through the sky just the other day in Brazil, right? For those of you who've been following this channel, you know that we've reported on these weird objects many times in the past, and these things are seen quite frequently, especially in South America. And before you sit there and go, oh, it's just SpaceX. No, it's not. Exhibit A.
That's
this,
SpaceX.
Not the same
What
thing,
is this?
bruv, right? These are huge. They either get seen darting through the sky and disappearing, they either vanish out of thin air, or they disappear off into the horizon. They make zero noise, and they are pretty damn bright, right? And I'm going to show you another one in just a moment that I've seen in Sao Paulo, Brazil, which is absolutely incredible, of the same object. And then there's just so many different things that we keep seeing of this same sort of nature. Now, there's a lot of different theories whether this is to do with the Galactic Federation, or this is actually an atmospheric phenomena that we're not really too sure of what's going on. And a lot of the times, these frequent sightings appear around solar flare activity, especially around X-class solar flares, much like a lot of the more anomalous crop circles. These bad boys seem to appear. So whether there's just some strange phenomena lapping up that energy up in the magnetosphere, or something more that we don't really know of what's going on. And there's also other things in the background, which is kind of strange. But yeah, Brazil, come on, man. Giant blue line UFO was seen flying.
Crazy, right? This is from Interstellar Discussion. Love this guy. Brazil just had like a crazy tornado. I was going to put up footage, but I'm trying to make these things shorter. I didn't even know that happened to Brazil. Like, it's really bad. If you want to do some looking around on the webs there, it's nuts. I'll probably do some clips tomorrow. But this was just a few days ago. Entertainment, YouTube, entertainment. I think about all kinds of stuff. When we see crazy stuff in the sky and then some natural disaster happens just a few days later. Are they connected? I don't know. Put your thoughts in the comments. And then I thought, man, the words Project Bluebeam, how that's spot on. That's exactly what that is. A blue beam in the sky floating around. Ironic, hilarious, and what? Anyway. Yeah, I just thought that was interesting. What is that? I've never seen that one. That is completely and totally... Yeah. I mean, it could be man-made. It could be, I don't know. I've never seen that one. Very interesting. Okay, let's keep going. Shout out Interstellar Discussion.
Okay, so there's a country that almost nobody talks about.
All right, this clip is about 2 minutes and 23 seconds long. And it's about this country that I've only heard about a couple times. And I've only heard about it from the social media presence. Never a news story, never a documentary, never anything like that. Check this out. And keep in mind, one thought I want you to keep, if you know anything about Tartaria and that ancient construction stuff, look around this place.
It's called Turkmenistan. It is in Central Asia, and a lot of people have never even heard about it, don't even know that it exists, and don't recall ever learning about it in school. Now, this place has endless marble cities, about 7 million people in a population, and they have a burning crater that they call a door to hell. Yeah, the door to hell is a fire that's been burning in the middle of the desert for over 50 years that the government says is just natural gas, but no one is allowed to get close to it. Now, the capital is called Ashgabat, and it's empty. quite literally like North Korea, like super empty to the point where it looks like a set built for the gods. It's endless white marble towers, endless white marble buildings, and they say that they have this monument called the Monument of Neutrality that has a golden statue on the top of it that used to rotate to follow the sun. The capital holds the Guinness World Records for having the highest density of white marble buildings in the world, and they also have the Independence Monument as well as the Turkmenbasi Ruhi Mosque, which is one of the largest in all of Central Asia. Now here's where it gets interesting. In order to visit, not only do you need a visa, you typically need some type of letter of invitation from one of the government approved organizations. You can't just show up. They actually don't allow it, and they say there's only about 25 people who fly in every day. 25. It also states that the country is about 93% Muslim, but what's really interesting is looking into what religions they are not so friendly with. That's definitely worth research. And on top of that, this country borders the Caspian Sea, which is the world's largest inland body of water that most people have never even heard of. So from their fiery door to hell, which supposedly occurred in the 1970s in Turkmenistan when their Soviet drilling site collapsed, causing underground methane to burn until this day, down to all of their empty marble boulevards in the city of Ashgabat, it seems as if few people will ever get to see Turkmenistan with their bare eyes. One thing for certain is that this country is real, remarkable, and wrapped up in mystery, and the real question is, what are they really hiding behind those marble walls? Why is it that most people can't access this space, and could it have any association with Tartaria? Because when you look at the architecture, there's a lot that makes you wonder. What is it that this country has going on that it has so much secrets behind it? Let me know if you've ever heard about this place. If you haven't, save this video, go look into it, come back, share your thoughts. Per usual, this is all alleged. I'm just going based off what I see online, but whatever else I find, I will be back. Definitely don't want to misinform you, so I always implore you to do your research. Like, follow, stay for some more tea. Okay, so there's a country
Yeah, just found her. That is, I'm probably going to mess up the name on the end, but it's T with Provi. Provi? Provi. P-R-O-V-I. Spilling the tea. Tea with Provi. You know what I mean. I like it. What, Turkmenistan? Am I even saying that right? I've only seen clips of this a couple other times. And for some reason, I just can't ever, and I'll see a picture of it and go, oh yeah, I forgot about this place. Do a little research, I'll forget about it again, and then I'll see and go, oh yeah, that is some of the dopest architecture. Like, what? And how is that not, I mean, where's the Discovery documentary on that? Is there one? I don't know, but I would like to watch it. That place, if you do research on it, entertainment, allegedly, it's different. That's all I'm going to say. It's different, y'all. Okay, let's keep going.
Okay, so this image is...
Hey, look. Y'all see? Look, I've got some theories on this. I'm going to let the video play. This dude is kind of being jovial about it and whatnot, but these theories are online. They're everywhere, and they're about some of the... Let's just watch. Okay, watch this.
Going viral right now. This is the Princess of Bulgaria over here, Kalina. And many people, people had ideas about, Michelle Obama. Many people wondered, just kind of...
I wish my traps were like Michelle's. Look at that.
Also, Barbara Bush. You may pick up what I'm putting down here. This one also, people wonder if they're kind of installed as some form of like subconscious subliminal manipulation, when they install these people. And of course, we can't forget Brigitte Macron. Watch how she sits down here. Many people are puzzled. It just seems odd. Just watch. That's usually how someone else sits down. So this is surfaced on Twitter, and people are wondering if the same situation is going on with the Princess of Bulgaria. My thing is this. It's all well and good to know that certain interesting things are going on with super famous people and perhaps lies and tricks and manipulations, But I will say, whether or not that is the case with some of these people, which do not wait for the mainstream to confirm this, by the way. It's just it's going to be something you're going to have to, don't hold your breath, put it that way. But my understanding is that this all has to do with the erosion of the family unit. They want to do away with father, mother, and children. That unit, that bond is so strong. When that is transposed across a community of strong fathers, strong mothers, that's a strong community, that's a strong town, that's a strong city, that's a strong country. Strong countries are hard to manipulate. And so they're attacking us from all ends here. The chemicals in the food, water, and air supply, the brainwashings and subliminal messages that they fill the media with. And then also the chemicals we're finding that affect frogs that are very unfortunate as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below and follow for more. Okay, so this image...
All right. I don't know what's going on. I've got some theories, but I'm going to let you know. But yeah, taking apart the power of, like, I'm going to say the nuclear family, but you know what I mean? The dismantling of that, because I think it comes down to there is power in our numbers, and uniting is all based within the family first, and then you make your family grow with your neighbors and love and all that wonderful stuff. They've been working on taking that apart for a minute. Entertainment, allegedly. But here's what I think is going on with this lady. As you get older, you especially, I'm not a medical dude. This is just stuff I'm finding out, and I'm giving you my bro science version of it. As we get older, hormones get jacked up. They get less and less, our environment, the pollution, all that kind of stuff. So it messes with our hormones. So sometimes you have to go on hormones to get it fixed. Because let me tell you what, this lady's testosterone is kicking. And then maybe people get addicted to plastic surgery. And maybe that's what, and then they just deeper and deeper down the hole of plastic surgery, and then you know what happens. I don't know. That's just what I noticed. That's just I don't know. I'm just throwing out ideas out there. Okay, let's keep going.
This isn't just a drone show, all right? This is a warning. Thousands upon thousands of drones, perfectly synced, painting massive animations in the sky. But here's what most people miss. This level of precision, it's not just for entertainment. It's literally battlefield tech. Autonomous coordination, real-time communication, AI-driven formations. Now imagine those same drones with facial recognition, payloads, or lethal targeting systems. These Chinese drone shows are training grounds, public demonstrations of control, scale, and capability. A capability the US lacks. Every light in the sky could be a sensor, a camera, a weapon. And so while we're still watching fireworks here in America, the Chinese military is looking at a proof of concept. This is swarm technology. When used offensively, it can overwhelm radar, jam signals, and strike from every direction at the same time all at once. It's not just science fiction anymore. It's literally happening in real time. China is turning the sky into a battlefield and calling it art. Meanwhile, the US is still debating if TikTok is dangerous. This isn't a celebration, man. This is about control. Just look at this stuff. Sure, it's mesmerizing, but could you imagine the implications of this? This isn't just a drone show, all right? This is a warning. Thousands upon thousands of drones, perfectly synced, painting massive animations in the sky. But here's what
the drone technology is crazy. This is an older one, but there's clips of a newer one, and I've been trying to find it without the music and the copyrighted stuff. So remember, YouTube, I'm just reacting. Fair use, all that stuff. Entertainment. But if we're going to talk about Project Bluebeam and what that allegedly consists of, sorry, look, if you want to convince us something crazy is going on in the sky, whether it's aliens or an enemy, like, if you're not familiar with the ability for them to manipulate the sky with all these drones and lights and to see stuff, look at this next one. Okay, that's real, all right? But all you'd have to do, speaking of which, I'll set this up. So this, a couple days ago, I don't know what this is, but this is over Central Florida. Lots of people have recorded it. Most of these are just regular civilians showing what looks like a meteor or a rocket or the Transformers landing on the planet. Entertainment. But what if you worked in some drone, animation with this, and you made it look like something came out of it? Super convincing, right? All you got to do is time it up. 3i Atlas, Bluebeam. I'm kidding. Entertainment, let's go. Jiminy Christmas. Look at that though, bro. It's beautiful.
Is it an explosion?
Look at it.
You're videotaping it, yeah?
Yeah. What the hell is that, Dad?
Meteor coming in, you know.
That's not a rocket launch.
Rocket launch possibly, sure.
It's
But
going really freaking fast.
watch it break up a bunch towards the end. It's beautiful though. The whole scene is beautiful. Looking like
Okay, I hate
Transformers.
to be whatever. That's not a bomb, right?
Autobots, roll out.
Like
I love the
like
Transformers though. I know. I'm a 50-year-old child.
So see, it's got trailing stuff. It's like something breaking apart.
It's not like a bomb, like a...
No, I'm wondering if it's a satellite coming back. To life.
I mean, all that's a possibility. He's saying it could be a satellite breaking up, coming back in.
See how it's going apart and falling apart?
What in the world?
I don't know.
What just happened?
That's almost like something re-entering the Earth's atmosphere.
That's exactly what it appears to be.
Satellite.
But it's...
Where are they at? I mean, Central Florida, it's beautiful though with the sun setting and man, it's perfect. And the dock
was
silhouette.
wild.
Cool.
That's a rocket launch.
Okay, let's go.
They're calling it a ballroom. 90,000.
I have been trying to put this together for y'all for such a hot minute. Last couple videos, last couple clips. Okay, Trump is doing an East Wing revamp of the ballroom. If you do any research of this, entertainment, allegedly, I don't know what I'm talking about. Back in the day, I think for World War II, there's bunkers and tunnels, we all know, underneath the White House. You can do research. There's movies built on it, the whole thing. But there's a bunker underneath the East Wing. It's huge and it's old school. So they're updating the ballroom. You know they're updating the bunker underneath. But no one's talking about the bunker except for us, you know, trying to discover the truth out here in the conspiracy theory streets. But once you find out where the money is coming from, because people were like, oh, taxpayer dollars. Well, according to the powers that be, it's private investors. Once you find out who the private investors are, watch this.
1,000 square feet, $300 million next to the White House. Let's do the math. 300 million divided by 90,000 square feet. That's 3,833 per square foot.
Always.
Now compare that.
33.
A luxury hotel in DC costs around $800 per square foot to build. Even high security government facilities, the Pentagon expansion, federal courthouses, data centers, average between $2,200 and $1,800 per square foot. So where's the other $2,500 per square foot going? That's not chandeliers and marble floors. That's infrastructure money, the kind you spend underground. And that's where it gets interesting. The main White House residence, the actual house, is about 55,000 square feet. So this ballroom is almost twice as large as the president's home. Laid side by side, it would literally overshadow it. And we're supposed to believe this is just for galas? Remember, the White House already sits on a network of tunnels and bunkers, expanded through decades of classified projects. That's documented. Every administration upgrades it, always under the banner of national security. So what if this isn't a ballroom at all? What if it's a cover for a massive underground expansion? A new bunker? Command center? Because ballroom sounds fancy. Underground fortification project sounds like something you'd want to hide. And here's the part that should make everyone stop. They tell us the country S broke. They tell us we can't afford healthcare, housing, or student debt relief. Yet somehow there is $300 million for a space, bigger than the White House, with a cost per square foot that rivals nuclear infrastructure. The numbers don't add up, but maybe they were never supposed to. So ask yourself, if this isn't about music, if this isn't about parties, then what exactly are they building under our feet? Because the math, it points straight down. They're calling it a ballroom, 90,000 square feet.
Okay, I talked about the investors. This next clip, I'm going to stop because it's got some crazy music on it. I don't know if it's copyrighted, but let's just look at this together. This says White House release list of donors financing Trump's East Wing ballroom expansion, which includes some of these I don't know, but I'm sure they're big, powerful mofos, if you know what I mean. Amazon, Apple, Caterpillar, Coinbase, Comcast, don't know, Hard Rock International, Google, HP, Lockheed Martin, and you know what they make? Palantir, Microsoft, and then all these other ones. It's crazy. Look, the majority, I am just being entertaining here. The majority of these companies here are a part of the, the big, and let's say theory, entertainment, they either know about something that's coming, whether it's 3i Atlas, whether it's a pole shift, whether it's the system that the sun is on, which controls tectonic plates and solar flares and all the things, right? Or they're setting this up because something crazy is going to unfold in our society, whether it's, some form of altercation with another country or an altercation with the people. You know what I mean? I'm just thinking out loud. I don't know if any of that is true. Allegedly, I'm just thinking. Because no one knows if I'm really thinking. I'm thinking. Okay. What the? Whoa. Okay, I think we got a time for a couple more. Watch this.
It's here. The
We know
first
about this,
humanoid
right?
robot housekeeper.
Thank you, Neo.
For $20,000, you can pre-order 1X's Neo robot now, with delivery in 2026.
I think you missed a tiny spot over here.
Just one little catch. There may be a human behind the curtain, pulling the robot's strings.
If I throw up, will the robot throw up?
A company representative may need to peer into your house via Neo's camera eyes to get things done.
To many people, this is crazy.
You have to be okay with this for the product to be useful.
We're twinning now, Neo.
1X is taking on home robotics' biggest challenges, creating a safe body and a smart brain. Its fabric-covered body lets Neo try to do a lot of things humans do around the house. Emphasis on try.
You got this, Neo. You got it.
My challenge, load 3 items in the dishwasher.
Okay, this is a little bit long. I'm going to sum this up. This company is now selling these things for $20,000. You can get them in your home. What their plan is to allow the AI to learn what people need in their home. This is just, my information comes from the clips that I've seen and a little bit of research I've done. But for the time being, and I've already done a video on this, for the time being, there has to be a person attached to this, like you saw in a VR suit, walking around your house doing things supposedly to help you. Okay? All right. But this next clip I'm going to show you made me think of this robot, and it scared me because watch this.
Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hell no.
That worked great. Okay, ready?
Now that's just some dude, some smart dude manipulating a robot maybe he has made or purchased to do some horror movie stuff. But let me just say, as far as potential goes, hell no. Hell no. First of all, I don't think I'd be spending money on one of these. That's a lot. And I need a car. But let's say, hey, we're giving some of these out for free. You want to check it out? Okay, well, maybe. And then 3 months, 3 years, whatever later, the AI decides we're not needed. This is entertainment. And I'm thinking out loud, a sci-fi movie or something, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, the majority of these things out there take this form of spider crawling around. Dude, I'm kicking that thing out the house, throwing it in the pool. Okay. All right, that's it, y'all. Man, hell to the no. All right, y'all. We made it. We're finished. It's Monday. I am sending positive energy your way. You will take not just this day, hell to the yes, you will dictate the day, but you're going to take this entire week. It's going to be amazing. Winter is upon us. Man, I got a beanie here just in case. I'm wearing some type of clothing. Let's go. When it's cold outside, I can wear some clothes and it won't make my skin act weird and whatnot. So I really appreciate the winter time. It's very nice. I'm sure I'm genetically from some Nordic, background. Supposedly I am. Who knows if any of that's true. But gonna dip. I'm gonna see y'all on the flip. We're keeping this at about 40 minutes. Damn, I really am trying to make these shorter though. I promise I am. All right, y'all. Let's play the music. Let's exit. Dick gonna dip. See you on the flip. Remember, everyone. There's not a lot of rules to life. You may think there is, but if you want to operate in your most positive mode and like really get reward out of your day, I have found, it's not necessarily a secret, but I've found a practice that helps. And it's spreading your love, sharing your knowledge. It may sound cheesy, but I find success in it. So I encourage all of my viewers, my subscribers, my friends, my family, everyone. Spread your love, share your knowledge. And I promise, things get better. That's it. All right. I'm going to play some music, get us out of here. I kind of like the one I just heard. You want to do it again? Let's do it again. All right. All right. All right. Oh. A little funky something. I love you guys, for real. Thank you so much. Can't wait to see you again. I am going to make them shorter. Man, maybe just 4 or 5 clips. There's just so much to show you. I want to show you all this stuff, man. Good God. Yeah, if you're wondering, this is from YouTube Free Music again. And it's from a creator called Telecasted. And it's called Name the Time and the Place. All right, name it. All right, guys. I will see you next time.